Hi, David Weck here. I'm going to be teaching you an RMT Club exercise called the double club side-to-side swing. Here's what it looks like. I'm going to be stepping back in a lunge, bringing the clubs to either side in a counter-rotational movement. This exercise is awesome for helping your ability to counter-rotate with better strength, integrity, balance, and symmetry. And it's really the seat of better running, throwing, and hitting any kind of motion where you're going to have to be using that thoracic spine, rooting through the hips and the feet to rotate with power, strength, balance, etc. So let's break this down. If you look at the way the hand action on this, it's the hands and the wrists that are critical, because the rotation of the hands and the wrist is going to affect the balance through the shoulders. It's going to affect the rotational abilities through the thoracic spine. So we're resolving the rotation all the way to the hands, using the club as the resistance and the feedback to make sure we do that perfectly. So the action through the hands is basically this. If I'm going to just put my thumbs here so you can use those as reference. If they're right there in the front, what I'm going to do is the same side hand, it supinates and rotates out. The opposite hand pronates and rotates in. Now what I do is I step back into a lunge and use the momentum of the clubs to give me this big rotation with the knee in a nice neutral position. So I'm very centered in the base, but I'm developing the ability to really rotate. And the action here of that supination and pronation is going to help me deepen that and balance that so I can come out of it with more power. So when I do that movement, it's very simple, and you want to go nice and slow with these at first. You really pay attention to the wrists rotating and the knee position, just like that. Here and here. You're going to feel that range of motion, because the weight in here is going to be pulling you into that rotation, and the faster you do it, the more pull you'll get. And that rotation sort of zeroes out the momentum and gives you extra range of motion that has no slack. And that means that when you throw or when you do anything with the hands, it's a better connection from the hands down to the hips, which routes to the floor. Now we can increase progressions on this where we come to an overhead position and now increase a little bit of speed in the clubs. Really want to keep that knee centered on the rotation. Boom. I can add in another little move where I'm here, I bring it back, I swing it here, bring it back, swing it here, and I can really go to town and have fun. And to the extent that I'm not efficient and I may clip the body a tiny bit, it's that nice soft head with the shifting load inside makes it very friendly. So it lets you go faster with a lot less risk of injury. So that exercise is one that you'll use in a workout as movement preparation or recovery from something else where you're really developing skill. You don't want to use that as a metabolic exercise. The timing on it's not so metabolic. You'd have to incorporate some kind of a jump or something. And it really is about getting the quality of the rotation the best that it can possibly be. So movement preparation, recovery from some other set, that's how you apply this. You get anywhere from 8 to 15 type repetitions on each side, and practice, 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 and that's what's going to unify the complete body with that counter-rotational ability. That's the RMT Club, double club, side-to-side swing.